Hello everyone, I am your host Ahmani Brown, and I am here with the rest of the gang. Say hi, go.
Hi.
Hello.
Aaron.
It's me you're looking for.
It is I, Leon.
There's Leo.
It is I, me, Mr. Devaugh.
There's Devaugh. There you go.
Mr. Devaugh.
And finally,
It's like he's hiding behind the chair right now.
Hello? Are you going to introduce yourself?
I was hoping you guys would do it for me this time.
Wait,
Run.
no way.
We actually got concerned. I actually got concerned for a moment.
Is your Audacity going to crash again?
No, it's still recording. We're good.
cool.
Thank God.
Let's go.
So, after multiple attempts to get this episode started and on the road, like, we are finally here. How is everyone doing? What's happening?
Great.
I'm chilling.
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good
Not too
Saturday.
bad.
It had been a
Today.
good Saturday.
Oh my God. Okay.
Got a lot of stretching going on.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
We're in September already. It's kind of crazy.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that is actually really crazy to think about. This year kind of flew by.
Damn.
Yeah.
It just went by way faster than a lot of us expected. That being
It's gonna
said-
continue to go by faster and faster. To be honest.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a little bit slower. I felt it was gonna be a slow times, a little bit more of a vibe, less panic going on. So you get to enjoy it.
It's
But
election
apparently-
season. There's never
Yeah,
enough panic.
I'm on it. Wait till November.
Yeah.
It's about to go crazy.
It's election season.
Whatever side wins.
Look, 2020 was a time, and every year that was a sequel to that, just doesn't exist anymore. So
I miss
By that
2021.
time, Devon was like, yo, 2020 is about to be lit.
Hey, it was gonna be lit.
no jinxer, no, it was not lit at all.
Hey.
A known jinxer.
No jinxer for sure. That being said,
World renowned.
renowned is not wrong. That being said, he's almost as bad as Drake.
No way you said that. You can't
Oh,
say that. you
That's
can't
why I
say
said
that.
almost.
You can't say that. That's horrible.
That's good compared to Drake.
That's horrible. You can't compare him to Drake. That's fucked up, man.
I mean, the only way I'd do that comparison would honestly be with your roles for Mike. That would be it.
That was crazy.
Is it?
He's a known jinxer, bro.
No. That being said, what you guys been messing around with, what you guys been playing, what you guys been watching, enjoying, things of that nature.
Who wants to go
You know
first?
the drill.
Anybody want to go first?
Nobody wants to go first? Bro, come on.
I'll go first.
I yawn.
Hello, everybody. Mr. Devaugh again. And I've been catching up with a lot of movies. There's a lot of old movies I saw. Like, I actually saw SnowPiercer for the first time, that movie.
Like the movie?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
The movie.
It's so
Like
good.
Evans.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
It's a
Really
sequel
sad.
to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Huh?
Secretly, I guess, yeah.
Secretly a
Okay.
sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I was like, what? That's making real sense. What the fuck?
It's all coming together now.
It's a really good movie.
It was Captain America was in it.
Yeah, Captain fucking America. He's doing Captain
Captain
America thing.
America, The Ancient One, Kim Pine from Scott Pilgrim. Who else was there?
Oh, who else? A lot of
There's a
people.
lot of people in that film.
Mm-hmm.
You're also watching the show.
The show. Oh my god, I need everybody to catch up. But if you have not seen it yet,
I need.
I mean, you've kind of been in charge of us catching up on it, to be fair. So.
I'm because I
Speaking of
wanted to make sure it was really good, and this last episode made it really, really good.
I was gonna put them on break. They're all leaving.
So yeah, Snowpiercer, a show I definitely recommend. This was final season, so you're gonna get an entire show in its entirety.
There we go.
It's just good luck finding a way to watch it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
It's on AMC.
it's been on so many different places. And it's like so hard to find.
All that at the moment right now is on AMC, if anyone has that.
Fuck is AMC, bro?
AMC has their own streaming channel.
I don't know.
Network, whatever.
I have my ways of watching that.
Devon
Yeah.
Yahar.
Yahar.
Yahar Fiddly.
I'm
Well,
confused.
other than watching Snowpiercer, my obsession right now, I've been playing Grocery Store Simulator and this new game, Trading Card Simulator.
Yeah,
Prologue.
that's the new one.
Trading
That
card
is-
shop simulator. Yeah.
He's on that one.
Yes. Trading Card Simulator is an addiction because it is me opening packs, and I just love. It's like gambling. I love gambling. And you can get like a card
Apparently,
for
they're
like
gonna put an update in so you can actually play the trading card that they have in there.
Yeah, so that's on the roadmap, down the road. But for now, I just want to open packs.
He's gonna go bankrupt, just constantly buying packs to open. He's like not selling any. He's just like, oh look.
I'm gonna hit. Believe that. I gotta hit.
Every time there's a shipment, he takes a little bit off the top.
I actually got a card for $3,000 in the fucking prologue.
That's crazy.
But I
Oh
can't.
yeah, that's right. You should probably explain that situation. So the game's not out yet. There's
Yeah.
like a demo version that's called the prologue version that's free,
Fucks
which
with
is weird for a simulator game.
it. Just testing.
They're
out
planning to
there.
add more content to it, so
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna get, I guess, stranger. I wonder if during Grocery Store Simulator they'll have a disaster mode where you need to prevent your store being getting destroyed by unruly customers and natural disasters and shit.
I think amazing.
Why did that just turn into like a completely different game though?
Because there's already a game like a Grocery Store Simulator called Convenience Store Worker, where you're just working at a regular convenience store in Asia, but things slowly and progressively get fucked up.
Huh. That one sounds fun.
That sounds amazing.
Send a link to that. Put that one in the chat.
Because we like games like that. Oh,
Is this Frog Fractions 2?
and other than watching Snowpiercer, I decided, because I was on my break from my job, I decided, you know what? I'm going to watch some Marvel movies. I haven't done that in a while. So I watched a couple of them. Civil War is still out there. Good movie. Watch Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man No Way Home. What else did I watch? Not that many, actually, because I watched
Did you
Avengers.
watch Endgame?
I watched Endgame. Yeah, I watched Endgame and Infinity War.
Those are always really nice to watch back to
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm. I had to wait years for it last time. A year. Just to watch
So out
Tony
of
die.
those that you just went back to, which one's your favorite to go back to?
Still Spider-Man, actually. I fought really hard with Spider-Man. Or if no. If it's actually Civil War, then Spider-Man,
Okay,
and then
yeah,
Infinity War.
I do actually like Civil War a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my bad. I'm back. I had to go close that back because it started pouring again.
Oh yeah, I'm just yapping
Pretty
about
close.
some random stuff. It's all right.
Typical yapping moment. Feel it?
Yes, sir. Yeah. But old
Usually-
movies that people seen years ago. I've not seen. It's good. I'm so sad with Marvels in this day and age. I like to go back to the old stuff. It was really good.
Gotta watch the Incredible Hulk movie.
I have to watch that. I haven't watched that. Jesus, I haven't watched that in like 20 years.
The ever normal one.
Back when Hulk was
Yeah. Back when the Hulk was actually a monster.
I think
Hulk
that's
was
on
a
Disney
punk
too.
Bitch. Yeah, it is.
It is not.
I think
It's
both of
actually,
them are, aren't they?
Because the Hulk actually is still owned by Universal, but I don't think the Incredible Hulk is actually on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but they have like the Marvel movie collection though. Like they have like all the MCU is on like Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure. And that
Let's
movie
see.
is the MCU. It's like the start.
Looks like it is.
It's like required reading if you wanted to watch it all.
Even though it's
Except for
slowly going
Eternals,
away
you can
from
probably
that.
skip over Eternals. That one's definitely not required reading. It's in the MCU. It's definitely not required reading.
So boring.
So it's
Same
Captain
thing with
Marvel, Black Widow, and a few others.
I want to say definitely Inhumans. Inhumans is just not required reading.
Iron Fist season 1 and 2 is not required.
No,
Alright.
it is because Defender.
Even-
Well, then, technically speaking,
What?
Netflix. The way the Netflix series works is that they wouldn't have been, but then Daredevil showed up. So then, like, now they are. You know what I mean? Like that would all is.
But there's no guarantee that what happened in those shows will affect it because we just know at least Daredevil and Punisher are returning, not the rest.
Yeah, but
Wait.
you'd still have to go through like season 1 and 2 of Daredevil and Punisher.
There's so many Hulk movies.
Yeah, no,
Whole-
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There's a bunch of animated ones.
Yeah.
And there's also the Ang Lee 2003 Hulk. That was not related.
It's not really that great.
Wait.
But it's fun. It's really
Let's
fun.
look at my stream for a second. The
How
death,
many Hulk movies are we talking about?
the death of Hulk.
Yeah,
The
those are the
tri-
animated stuff.
Oh, those are the old ones. Those are like the old classic ones.
That's from the old TV show from the 19.
That's the
Yeah,
Lou
the
Ferrigno
Ferrigno
one.
one.
Bro, those are classics. Unironically,
Those are
classics,
TV
bro.
movies, yeah.
You
Those
gotta
are the
watch
TV
these.
ones, bro.
gotta watch.
1969? Or is that 89? 89. Holy shit. Okay.
89, yeah, that came out in the 80s.
That's crazy. Bro.
1989. Gotta watch these one day.
Wait,
the
speaking of
death of
Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is down there too. That one's
Yeah.
sick.
Hulk Smash. Hulk and
Recently
Agents of
watched
Smash.
that.
Dude, Agents of Smash was one of my favorites.
Agents of Smash
dude.
is really cool. I
Dude,
like that one.
Not a Hulk.
Hulk and Iron Man.
they don't have the Hulk versus Wolverine movie?
They
Surprisingly,
should.
they don't. They should have that, though.
That
It might
movie
be
was a
under
classic.
Wolverine, not Hulk,
That movie
though.
was fire. It was just the Hulk versus movies.
Hulk
versus-
VR Wolverine.
The Hulk VR. He bores Wolverine.
Nope, there's nothing.
It says VR, not
Versus
not
VS.
versus.
Versus VS.
Well, still nothing was there. Well,
There's a lot of Hulk movies. I mean, we are in spooky season. Have you seen like any old horror movies you haven't seen? Like, have you seen Alien
Oh god,
and
we're about
Aliens?
to do this again.
Ahmani,
Planet
I have
Hulk.
sense enough to say this.
It's
It is
right
Dude,
there.
Planet Hulk is so good. It's right there. Hulk versus Wolverine is
Right
right,
there.
there.
No, like right
No,
next
to
to
the
it,
right of
right
it.
there.
Oh, Hulk versus.
Yeah. Because it's Hulk's Thor and Wolverine, so it's two
That's
separate
the one with
movies.
Hulk and yeah.
It's two separate movies put in one.
Planet
movie.
Hulk.
Planet Hulk is so good. Planet Hulk is
Planet
goated.
Hulk is fire.
They have the incredible.
It's crazy that we haven't got a good adaptation of that yet. But damn.
We're not watching the She-Hulk show.
No, we already did. Well, I already did.
I
I'm
never
not
watched
watching it again.
I never watched it. I'm never planning to see it.
It was such a letdown, bro. They really did
It's
my girl.
fine.
They did my dude.
They could be
it's
better. No,
not
I will say that. No,
fine,
I
bro.
will say this.
That is
They
character
definitely-
assassination
no, I
on that
agree.
fucking
No,
She-Hulk.
I'm
dude.
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. They definitely could have done She-Hulk better because when I think about She-Hulk as a character, I'm like, yes, no, they definitely
They butchered
didn't
her
do right by
character.
her. They did not
They
do
very
it.
much
Butchered her
did, I
character
agree.
so hard, in my opinion. You know, I'm not everyone's opinion. Some people liked it. I'm sure like they enjoyed it, but fuck.
I mean, people also like the Acolyte, so
Like I said, I finished it with the idea of just kind of being like, that was fun. I think the biggest slap in the face out of everything was the ending, because as fun as it is to harken back to the character's like fourth wall breaking nature, like 'cause
Yeah.
she could do that. She was the first one to be able to do that. It's just like, damn, like if anyone gave a shit about what the plot that was happening, it just doesn't matter.
yeah,
And like considering that where the plot was going, I was kind of like, I kind of care about how this is going to resolve now. And they just said, nah.
they said fuck that.
It's like sick. Because to be honest, I guess since we're on the topic of like Hulk and She-Hulk right now, I don't know if you knew what the ending plots threads were, but like at the time that they decided to cut off everything, like She-Hulk was being tarnished and made to look like she was a monster, right? A dude had stolen her blood. It was a bunch of like incel dudes, granted. but, like,
Yeah,
they had stolen her blood and were about to use it to become Hulk-like creatures. And I think a little extra bits of parts of her life were like kind of slamming together, where like people were kind of didn't know what to do with her, because before she's a celebrity, now she's like seen as this threat kind of thing going on.
yeah.
And she was going there to kind of prove her like, to take, I guess, a bit of control back, because they were blackmailing her and did some stuff that they shouldn't have did. Because I think they basically it was like a porn video essentially. Well, not a porn video. It was like a sex tape. It was like a leak. My words are blanking right now, but it was an unsolicited sex tape that they
Okay.
had leaked to piss her off in the first place, because she wasn't aware of it being recorded or any of that nature. And so when that stuff came to a head, and she's like, I'm gonna go fuck these guys up, and like she's about to go fuck them up, and they taking Hulk juice, and you're like, all right, we're gonna get a fight. And they're just like, nah, F all of that. We're just gonna wipe the slate clean by just go talking to Fahey, because she's like, I don't like any of this. What the fuck is this? Why am I gonna talk to
Jesus.
And I'm like, funny for the joke, not good for the plot.
Like the plot resolution.
Yeah, for actual resolution and
Look, man.
caring about what happens.
My personal opinion, I just think they turned a character that had so much depth and personality that built off of her, and they just minimized it all to I am angry because I get catcalled, and like my professional life, like that's it. You know what I mean? And I'm better than Hulk because of this, especially like the whole fucking training arc scene. I was
The
like,
training
dude,
scene
that's
is in the
so-
first episode, and I still think that was like the worst thing they could have done because it turned a lot of people.
like
who would
it
be
made me
fans of
mad
it
because I'm
off.
like, bro,
Yeah.
one of the beautiful things about like She-Hulk was that like she was a very like the whole point was she was a very like
Caring.
small, very caring, you know,
Caring.
kind of quiet like woman who was afraid of a lot of things. And then when she got her abilities, she was like, wait, I can like actually be sexy and like powerful and own this shit. And like
and I'm not gonna lie,
it was awesome because her not having the anger problem that Hulk had was really cool because it was like, oh
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
that's
that is
it's-
there. That's like in a lot of the episodes.
Yeah, but then they
that,
just
like,
they literally
something-
boil it down to like what the fuck like to the most like basic basic elements.
Oh yeah, no, like before she got the Hulk, she's in the show. She's like, oh, like my natural life has been so much worse and so much more damning than you ever went through, Bruce. Oh no, not losing the love of your life, getting experimented on, being hunted down by the military, killing yourself.
Yeah, no, that's why I said that first episode does not do a good job. At
Like it
doing
really
that,
does a
'cause
horrible
obviously,
job.
Like sparks,
But even
But,
like
like-
throughout the rest of it that I saw, I didn't finish it, but I got like through like I got like 5 episodes in, and it was just like they
yeah, that's most of it.
they minimized the fuck out of her character to like I don't know, it just felt so basic. It felt like every other
'Cause
female
it
character
does
that's
seem
come
like
out.
a lot of it. The only way that she managed to even get any form of attention or any form of like she can be doing a good job and like people just didn't care. But if she was She-Hulk, people cared.
Yeah.
It was kind of the whole deal. Like because
yeah.
she is
And like I get what they were
Jennifer-
going for with that.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting. It was enough that like I was like, okay, if this got a second season, and the writers were like, look, let's actually like hammer in on it. It could go to better places. Like we said, I think a lot of us agreed that like the number one thing they should have focused on, while still having that kind of B plot going on in the background, should have been, hey, this should just be like a lawyer show.
Yeah, like
Just
But
if it-
apparently the
if
writers
it
can't
would've
write a
been
lawyer
support-
If it
scene.
would have been a lawyer show. Hey, get the fuck down. Sorry, my cat's jumping on shit. But like yeah, like if they would have made that show like more lawyer heavy, like anything like Suits or like how Daredevil was, like when they had the
Yeah.
court scenes. Like if they'd actually done really good court scenes, I would have been like, all right, you know, I can handle this. But they like
And there's like,
never showed it.
there's like some episodes that kind of touch on it. The Daredevil one being the best episode because it touches on it the most. Because
Her getting mollywopped by Daredevil as a lawyer was so funny to me because like it's like it's just so funny.
He was just running circles, and he's like, "Hey, look, man, I'm good at this. I'm good."
Yeah, that kind of
But,
pissed me off because like in canon, like she's a better lawyer. Like that's the whole thing about Matt is he's a good lawyer, but he also like has problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's always
Like
he's
she
doing
is
stuff.
she is one of the best lawyers that exists. She like fights for all the rights of every superhero that exists. She's a fucking insane like superpowered lawyer. I just was
and
like,
that's what I
not gonna lie.
was,
Also,
like, super
I'm not gonna lie, Money. The
important.
CGI was also atrocious. In my opinion, it was fucking bad.
Oh
The
yeah,
CGI
there's been
was
a obvious like decline in like the quality of like the CGI, and I'm gonna be honest,
What
it
happened?
just has never been something that's bothered me that much. But
Dude,
I definitely see it as like it's not great.
When you're spending that
Like,
much
there's
money
some-
on an episode of a show,
Yeah.
you gotta have good CGI, man.
It
Like
should
you
look
gotta.
better.
There's no way.
Because She-Hulk didn't. I'm gonna be honest. She-Hulk CGI did not bother me all that
Her
much.
Secret
There are
Invasion was
other
worse.
shows. There are straight
Her
up
neck
other
and
shows
face.
that did.
Yeah.
It was like
Secret Invasion
what is
was
it called?
worse.
Secret Invasion. I
Secret
hated how
Invasion
Secret,
was really
Secret
bad.
Invasion. I was just like, oh god, like why does it look like this? Whereas like She-Hulk, I was like, it's a little uncanny, but I mean, it's kind of what they're doing. The whole thing. They could have went the practical effects way, but to be fair, normal Hulk isn't practical
My,
effects anymore.
No, you
so
can't
I'm
do
like,
the
my
practically.
cousin and I were watching Secret Invasion, and we were like maybe 4 episodes from finishing it, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to watch 4 more episodes of this. Do you just want to watch the last episode and see how it ends? And he was like, yeah, and I was so glad I didn't because that show was ass. Oh my god, holy
I'm so
shit.
sad. I was really looking forward to Secret Invasion too.
Yep.
And then they
It
have
could've
like
been
the
really
most
good.
generic final fight of anything ever. They just have like just generic CGI fight where like they
Damn.
all
It's
have
also
all.
a fight that between characters that don't even make sense to exist as a fight that's happening.
No.
Like
Mhm.
it's like they're using Super Scroll, but they don't have the rights to the Fantastic Four.
So they use
and-
all the other heroes. Like, okay,
So
now
it's
you're
like-
just more busted.
I'm like, okay, so you're actually more broken. So why do we need anyone else? I mean, I hate the idea that people go like, why do we need anyone else if she exists? No, you need everyone
still
else
one
to exist
person.
in multiple
But
places.
she's,
Yeah, she's
busted
one
as fuck.
person.
She's
But, like,
genuinely busted.
You could throw her at a lot of different problems and they'd be solved now.
Yeah.
So I
A
don't
one size
know.
fits all type of situation was like, that's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of broken.
Like,
it's
she
like
has
a
the powers
character
of
that's
Captain
like,
Marvel. That alone, with any other
That
powers,
alone
is
is-
crazy.
is
Captain
kind of a
Marvel
problem.
whole
It's
trash.
crazy.
Mantis, everybody. It's insane.
Oh, I will say this. I will say this now. Because we have actually
The actual,
recently...
there was some acting that was
Devaugh-
actually pretty good though
Yeah.
in that show.
No,
in that episode,
Devaugh
so I'll give you
actually,
that.
when he went back and watched Endgame, because I was watching Endgame when he watched Endgame Thriller, we have recently debunked something that has been plaguing us for a minute.
What?
What is that?
So-
what is that?
In the big scene that we complain about with freaking Carol Danvers, where she like just eats a punch from Thanos for no reason, right? That was wrong. It is something that we have looked at.
She gets like her
incredibly
power.
wrong
She gets her
long
power
time.
drained by the fucking the power
Yes. So
stone.
what is happening is Thanos is like has the glove. He has all the stones in it. He's going to do something, right?
God bless her.
Like he goes to grab her. She grabs his arm and hands and stuff like that, and she is then pulling because what her power is she can pull energy. Well, it's one of them, and she's pulling all the energy from the gauntlet into her. So when he goes and headbutts her, she's like her, but powered up by literally everything else in there. So what he does in that instance is he rips the power stone out, uses it on himself where she cannot pull it because she's touching the gauntlet, and then he punches her out of the movie. What? It is one of those things that I'll say like debunks it. I always thought that was just like, oh, it's like a weird girl power moment because I'm like, there's no way she's just eating this, right? Like that's not how this
No.
works. Nah, she's just super buffed at the moment, which is why she's able to eat it, and it makes total sense.
I'm not buffing up. So.
The more you know. I remember seeing that and being like, wait a minute, hold up, this changes everything. this changes literally everything about this scene. Details. It's really interesting. But definitely something that we can check out. But anything else?
Some little light stuff. Well, you know, me and my Fortnite. I love my Fortnite. I am too high of a level. I beat the battle pass in like 2 weeks.
Man got
And
on
it's
the
Tycoons.
fucking tycoons and just said, "I'm
Yeah.
Oh
going."
yeah, I haven't even played the new with the new power sets and
Oh, yeah.
stuff that's in there now.
You gotta do that, Ahmani.
It's crazy.
It's Shuri's Claws. Yeah,
Mhm.
gonna be great. And
I wanna use it.
did you know that the loot islands, it spawns in the middle of the map somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
There's now a 5% chance that the island's gonna spawn, and you get the power of Doom, and that's
like
how
with
you.
the Doom. Oh.
It's like the Thanos event. Like you,
Oh, so that's what we're talking about, where like they're doing the crazy beam stuff that we
Mhm.
just wasn't seeing in the. Oh.
yeah, and he's very OP. He has 1,000 health, and if he gets a kill, he gets 200 health.
Oh.
Yeah, and he can fucking fly around and shoot fucking
God.
laser beam.
The loot island's gonna be insane now.
But it was only a 5% chance until
It's
in the-
5%. That's fair.
Would you say that he's stronger than a Thanos event, or
Thanos
con-
event, that nigga appeared like 100% almost guaranteed. I'm pretty sure every map.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Like, here's this Doctor Doom set because he can do dive kicks.
Yeah.
Ah, he's getting foot dive. Let's go.
Yeah,
What?
it hits for 70.
He can do it multiple times in a row. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
you can jump up and
Yep, that's
whip,
more
bang.
calm as fuck. He's just, what?
Yep.
What the?
He's getting dive kick, and then you try to run away. and hit- Hit you with a Kamehameha. Not good. I'm telling you, I don't even. When they play, I don't even want to be Doom. I don't want somebody else to be Doom because that's gonna be crazy. I didn't know that power in my head.
It's gonna be amazing.
That's too much power in my head. Oh yeah, that and work. I've started work again. Yay! I'm back at work. I can't just spend time watching TV all day. Damn. But at work, the therapist came out to me before I started work. He's like, "Hey, you're getting a kid that's gonna be like he doesn't share, he doesn't do anything." I got the kid on Tuesday. Was the goodest kid I ever had in my life. And
He was like, why is this kid so amazing?
Yeah. And then like 2 hours later, she came to check on us. She's like, "So what did he did to mess with you?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Man's
He's
chilling.
Man's
Man's
chilling.
What kind of
peaceful.
black magic is
she,
this?
she looked at me back confused, like, what do you mean? Like, he's bad. I'm like, no.
What kind of sorcery?
Yeah.
The
sorcery is this?
the stories Devaugh would tell me of the kid he had before was crazy, bro. And like,
Yeah,
he's like,
the
"Nah, this kid's chill as fuck," and I'm like, "Wow, really? That's awesome." That's a good
Lucky me. Sucks. I'm looking for a new job though. About to be honest. The one time I got the good class, like I work with my brother, and he was a gym teacher. He sees every other class. He's like, "Damn, you really got one of the best classes because all your kids are sitting down, listening to you. Other classes, people throwing shit at people." I'm like, "Whoa, damn!" And one teacher was screaming at the other teachers. Like, what? I'm like, she a new teacher. She's like fucking with other teachers. Like, yeah, do your job. Just being like a bitch. I'm like, damn. Why are you the problem?
What's happening here?
So, pray for room 7. Room 1-7's bad. Room 1A, that's where you got to go. Other than that, I've been chilling. I like video game stores. Woohoo!
Let's go.
Man likes working a 9 to 5.
I don't know. I love
It's really
working
weird.
9 to 5s.
It's the fact that you don't actually have to interact with people, though. It's a nice thing, though. Like, you don't
Nope.
actually got to deal with the motherfuckers.
You're just trying to make the best business you can. I fucks
We're
with
just
that.
gonna have to give him Power Ross.
My favorite thing about
the
my favorite thing
Yeah, I
about
mean, he
the,
has it.
the
I
trading
own it.
card simulator
He
one
does.
is
Yeah.
the fact that like
have it?
because they're Magic the
Yes.
Gathering players, they're fucking smelly and disgusting. So like you have to spray
Play
them
Power
with,
Wash
like,
Simulator.
Oh yeah, the deodorant mechanic is actually.
I'm downloading it.
You have to spray them. You're downloading what right now?
Power Wash
What's
Simulator.
Oh, Devaugh, we gotta. That's his co-op. We gotta get on that. We gotta. That shit's so good.
Devon, I highly recommend get your own copy because
Please.
I think the
You
only
can-
one in
you
our
can play
group
with
actually
4
has it.
people,
No,
yes.
me and Jones have it.
You,
Never mind.
me, and well, I mean, yeah, in like the fucking family share thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, download that shit right now, Devon. You just clean a house. It's so satisfying, bro.
It's fine.
It's
It's
so
fine,
satisfying.
I recommend after the first 30 minutes, mute the game because the
Oh
the
yeah,
Power Wash
yeah. The noise
It's
will
gonna
make
drive
you.
you nuts.
It's like monkeys. How in Bloons Tower Defense, if you listen to like the balloons popping eventually, and like you listen to the music outside of balloons, you will hear the balloons popping in the music, even if there's no balloons popping. That's how much I played that fucking game. It happened to me. It was fucking. I felt schizophrenic.
It happens to both of you apparently. It's really. It's not that it's weird. It makes sense, but it's a
You
strange.
just
one.
you just hear the balloons
Yeah.
popping because you see them popping, but I have it muted, and I swear to God, sometimes I can hear them popping. It
Yeah,
fucks
popping,
with me so
yeah.
hard. It fucks
Jesus,
me up
why'd
so
you
bad.
say that? Now it's in my head. The pop.
And then you're like, nothing
So
gets
many
past
pops.
me.
But Devon, get ready. We're gonna be cleaning a lot of great big shit from both Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, Warhammer, SpongeBob, Back to
Bro, the
Future.
Warhammer thing was
You have
great.
all the DLC
SpongeBob.
for it. That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that's gonna be crazy.
I guess
And
it's
the
gonna have to
craziest
be
thing
the
about-
stream.
Yep, and the craziest thing about Power Wash Simulator, it was published by fucking Square Enix of all games.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I was also surprised too. I did not think
Yeah.
that.
That's why it's so good. They don't fuck around,
It's so,
bro.
it's just so fucking strange. Square Enix published this?
Dude,
what the fuck?
I can run it on like max fucking settings. I'm installing that
Exactly.
shit right now.
I'm re-downloading it now. I can
That's
myself.
crazy.
Power Wash Simulator.
I guess
Please
that's the
do.
new
We
thing now,
we
shit.
will have more people come in to join the Power Wash
It's
fantasy.
only 7 gigabytes, guys.
It's
Holy
only.
shit.
It's not big. It's not big.
That's
at all.
crazy how
Oh,
we
and
shifted
yo,
that.
Devon, we got
Yeah.
Shrek coming up next month.
Shrek?
Next
They
month?
have the Shrek
Oh
thing?
yeah, they do have the Shrek one. I
Oh,
did see that.
no.
That's cool.
Oh
It's
no, I'm about to
crazy.
be a cleaner
My
tomorrow.
man's about
It's
to
over,
clean this
bro.
swamp. That shit's wild.
It's over, bro.
It's all ogre now.
It's all over.
All ogre now.
The idea of being like, bump it, but
Oh.
I gotta clean this swamp is wild.
I'm so glad I mentioned that again. Like, oh yes, power wash segment is the move. I'm done. I'm happy with my segment.
It will be insane. It will take me 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
30-minute segment, man. Damn.
Yeah, let's just move on to the two biggest things that they're gonna obviously talk about, which is Space Marine. Space Marine 2 Go.
What?
Yeah, they just went stole the meat out.
Sir, hello.
It's,
What does that mean?
I'm barking. That's what I was barking. It's very good. Honestly,
Your cat is for sure going like, "Hello, sir. Why did you transform?"
I give it an 8 out of 10 right now because there's a few things that they just need to fix, but the game isn't even like
Yeah,
technically
first
out
person,
yet.
first
Like honestly,
Yeah.
like it comes out on Monday. And honestly, the only reason it's not like a 9 out of 10 is just some like quality of life stuff that's kind of annoying. And the fact that we have to play the Ultramarines. That's gonna knock it down a point regardless because I have to play those fuckers. So like regardless of it, it's not gonna be a 10 out of 10. But so far, like playing out playing earlier, it just having 3 of your buddies playing together feels so crazy. Even just 2 of you, but the 3 of you together is insane. Because you'll just be like back to back swinging your fucking knives or whatever. And it's so brutal. Oh, it's so fun. Like the combat mechanics
By
are,
the way,
are
I
very
do want
fun.
to ask because I asked Pele this earlier, but
Mhm.
I want to see if you were done too. You guys trying to stream the campaign tomorrow? You guys don't know how to
Yeah.
beat it, but
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
We can get
we
one-
can
we-
stream.
We can get 3 people to do
probably
it,
get like, Squishy
probably.
or somebody else to jump in.
Javi maybe or
Yeah.
Squishy something like
Actually,
that.
Yeah, Javi would be a good one.
Hobby
But-
would be down, but
You
I
also-
don't know if we can get Squishy because it's not crossplay on that one yet.
Yeah, it has crossplay.
No,
It
no,
has
but
crossplay.
no,
No,
It has
not the campaign.
It
Not
has
the campaign.
crossplay,
Just
but, like-
just PvE.
No. It
Oh.
does have crossplay. You can do
Yeah,
crossplay. but
campaign,
crossplay
PvP
is being
doesn't
a
have-
little wonky right now.
You just have to make sure that the update, like the cutscenes, will fuck
Yeah.
you. But it has crossplay. It's just the PvP, if I'm not mistaken, is where there isn't any crossplay.
Yeah, just
I'll
PvP,
I'll
not-
take this right
not
now
the-
since
not the
we're- since it's
campaign, yeah.
early. For those of you that have Space Marine 2 right now currently and would like to play crossplay, apparently there's a bug. It's easy to fix. You just have to restart the game for the most part. But like, there's a bug that'll have you infinitely loading, and it seems to be repeatable, not 100%, but like it's a chance that
it's
it could happen.
whenever you
And it's
have already
usually
done
when
a
you
cutscene.
crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay.
Yeah.
Like the people on PC will go into a cutscene and you won't. You'll just get stuck in a black screen. And really, all you have to do is leave, like restart your game, and
Come
then
back.
rejoin. That's all you gotta do. And it is
Something
it's
low.
kind of annoying. But I mean, the game doesn't come out till Monday, so maybe like there are a couple patches that are already confirmed to be coming.
An actual day one patch.
There will be a bunch of them. So hopefully they fix some of the issues. But I mean, the issues are like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's working. Like the game works day one, which it's like, oh, like holy shit, who thought? Who would have thought? You know what I mean?
You're still able to play it.
Yeah, day negative like
Negative
4
4?
now.
Yeah.
But like the combat, like Pele, I don't know if you can attest to it. Like it feels they did a great job at. I wish you could pull the camera back a little bit, just a tiny bit more, because it is a
The
lot.
over the shoulder thing, like because
But
it's
it is
pretty
on
close.
purpose.
Not to mention your character is a massive. hulking
It
space
is
marine.
it is on purpose. Like they did it for a reason. I just wish you could pull it out
They
a
do
little
want
bit.
you to feel a little.
But
Especially since a lot of the focus is melee combat,
Yeah.
you need to pull it out a bit.
yeah,
Wait,
but
could you turn up the what is it called?
field
There's
of
no
view.
POV.
No,
There's
there's no
no
field of
POV.
view. There's no field of view.
Yeah, they definitely want you to
FOV.
feel claustrophobic.
It's not claustrophobic. They just want you to feel big. Like they want you to feel like you are the biggest thing on your screen up until you see something bigger than you, and you're like, oh, okay.
Because that's
That's the problem. The good thing is there's like I don't know if you guys use it, but there's an auto lock system where like if there's the big things on the map, you can auto lock onto them, and it's like usually the average horde things, yeah, they're kind of a problem, but they're not going to be a huge deal as long as you're swinging your melee weapon. You need to worry about the big things more than anything.
I like the fact that there is a novel lock. That's nice.
It's very useful, honestly. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. I was playing veteran by myself, and sometimes the AI doesn't help you that much, and it's rough by yourself. But like
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't had that bad of experience with it.
that rat mission we just did, there's a mission like the 3rd or 4th mission. There's a part where there's like a bunch of these like little rat things. The one we just did with the flamethrowers by yourself is
Yeah.
hell. That mission by yourself is actually
It wasn't
living
that
hell.
bad for me, honestly.
It
And I
was-
played on a veteran too.
Bro, my NPCs just were not helping me at all.
They helped me. They brought me back up.
I mean, that's all they did for me. That's it. Like other than that, I was like fighting
They didn't kill
everything.
a single thing.
I was fighting for my life,
mean-
and I'm like, kill
I mean,
something, Guardians. Shoot him!
Aaron, you played with me. You saw how like just into the fray I go into everything. See to horde. I just like go in, charging and slashing left and right.
No,
so
I know,
I'm
but in that
perfectly
mission
fine.
especially because of the big giant things, like you need
Oh, yeah.
someone always shooting the flamethrower, and like they would just stand next to me shooting the small ones. They're like, "No, motherfucker, focus on the big things over there. Kill them." Like,
A pile of rats
I kind
is
of wish there was
bigger
like a
than the fucking
command, like a way to
Tyranids right now.
command the NPCs to do shit. But other than that, like when you're playing with your playing with them, like your friends, it's just you just
And
go
the
through shit.
And
Customization's
just to be a
lit.
bit more fair, just to be a bit fair, the AI is not horrendous in the game. It's not unplayable.
It's
when
just
you do
there's
it
so
on
much
its
shit
work.
happening. There's just so much shit
Yeah.
that sometimes the AI's like
And we're
fighting
playing
a
on-
wave.
Yeah, and we are playing on veteran difficulty, which is one of the harder modes. So
It's-
it's on a.
It's the second. It's the second hardest.
Hardest.
But I mean, it's the way that the game's supposed to be played, from what I understand.
The
so.
recommendation is you play on veteran.
But
Oh.
like the customization is kind of great. It's a little fucky how you get like all the different colors of stuff, but all overall, like you can just be like, oh, I want to rep the fucking, I don't know, the
Dark
Dark
Angels,
Angels or something like
Salamanders.
that. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
go and like buy the color scheme, and you can do that, and you can get like the pauldron and stuff like that. So it's not too bad. The PvP, I don't know if you've played it, Pele. I was playing it with Hobby a bit, and PvP is actually very fun. The time to kill is ridiculously fast.
Tell me a little bit about that. Oh, it's fast? I
Yeah,
actually figured
it's,
it'd be
it's fast.
it's ridiculously fast. The thing is, like, certain classes are meant, like, you get a bunch of abilities that help you stay alive longer. Like, the gunners have a shield that protect you. There is a strong emphasis on sticking together as a group. Running off by yourself is just getting killed. Because even if, like, I was playing Vanguard, which is the one with or Bulwark, rather, the one with the shield and sword.
Shield.
And, like, if in melee damage, I just annihilate them because I can just wipe them. You know, I can do so much melee damage in one go. And I can also just sit there and block bullets. They just can't even do damage to me. So I'm a pretty good counter to the heavies because the heavies will just empty their entire mag into my shield and then I'll rush them because they can't do shit to me. So I'm like, get the fuck over here. But the problem is, if there's more than two people, one person can run up to me and hit me with like a heavy attack, and I will get stunned and I'll get gunned down. So like it really emphasizes you sticking with your team and like playing together. So that you can like keep getting killed, because otherwise you kind of get separated as a team, and the other team sticks together, and you just get steamrolled. Because if they're sticking together, it's just a bomb. Two gunners together, there's always two. The gunners tend to stick together. There's just two of them, just with the big guns, and they have their shields, and you just kind of have to kind of play about it, because you will die really fast.
Yes. Then if that's the case, then I might have to change up my.
It's very Gears of War.
One I wanted to go.
It's very Gears of War.
No, I get that. I know, but I wanted to go with the one with the jetpack because he is.
Oh, it's good.
maneuverable.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
oh
fine.
yeah,
It
that's
doesn't-
good.
It doesn't mean you couldn't.
You
You
can.
just want to be near
You
people.
you
just
can
don't wanna run
you can
away.
no. The thing is, like with that, you can get in, do damage, and then leave. Like that's the thing though. Like you
I had to treat it like Winston.
yeah, you have to kind of the way you play is a lot more of a dive in, dive out. Because if you stay in there too long, you'll get massacred.
Literally a dive tank.
Yeah, and you get the hammer, you do a shitload of damage. So the thing is, its beauty is like if you have teammates, like right, if you have a full team of people that are communicating, and you're playing the jetpack, you go, okay, they're here on this point. You can literally just flank them in 2 seconds with that dive pack, and then land on top of them and completely disrupt them, because they're going to be forced to turn around and fight you, and we, the team, can push them and kill them. So like, it's a really good, like, it's still useful. You can also only have 2 people of each class on the team.
Yeah.
So like 2 gunners, 2 bull. You can only have 2 of each. So you can't have like a full team of gunners or something like that.
A full team of gunners sounds like it'd be really good, but it also sounds like it could steamroll pretty fast.
The gunner's good because like 2 gunners together is really good at like you can hold it together. The problem with gunners is like you run out of ammo, you're gonna have to take like 8 years to reload, and you will get run down because you move really slow. And like
the moment you run out, they will
and
kill
you also, although you are big and you take more damage, it's not like you're not going to take too long to kill. I can still, as a bulwark, rush you and kill you in like 4 hits. You know, so you have to fucking go once you're out of ammo. So it really emphasizes like kind of bursting people down and kind of like you know, that kind of situation. They can be it's kind of a fucked situation though. Like if you run into 2 gunners down a hallway, they're just gonna melt you. It's over. You know what I mean? So like I love running the shield though, because they'll do that, and I'll just plant my shield in the ground and walk towards them as they're shooting me, and I'm like, yeah, keep shooting. Empty the mags into me, please. I beg you. Come on. Like it's pretty fun. But playing the bulwark, it is kind of hard because you are a melee class with like all you have is a pistol or like a sidearm, and when everyone else has like rifles and bolters, it's like, oh, if I don't bridge that gap of distance fast enough, I'm just gonna get melted and I'm just gonna die. So you have to like use the movement and like kind of bait people and wait and trap people. It's fun. I've really enjoyed the PvP. It's something that I can see like if they hopefully keep adding to it. I'm assuming maps and stuff like that. I can see it, kind of having like a niche kind of like Gears of War kind of popularity. Grenades are insane. I will say that grenades are fucking. I don't know if they're gonna nerf them or if they intended for them to be this strong, but they're fucking strong. Like holy shit, dude! One grenade could kill you, like one hit you if it's close enough to you. Straight up full health wipe you. So if you see a grenade, you gotta really make sure to get the fuck away from it. Like I don't know if it's busted, but it is one of those things where like if you're all on top of each other and they know that and they just throw their grenades at you, someone's gonna die. Type of scenario,
And if it's a crack grenade, you're screwed. Period.
Yeah, but I mean, I need to play more still. I've only played like a few hours, and we're not super far into the story. But it is very fun. Like I am enjoying the shit out of the combat so far. Like it just feels so satisfying. Like there's a mechanic where if you like parry somebody, or like if you do a heavy attack and stun them, like there'll be like a red target on them. I don't know if you've done it, Pele, a lot. And then like what you can do is you can like just do like the regular shoot attack.
Oh yeah,
and
I've done that.
It'll like lock onto them and headshot them, and it is so satisfying because you'll be like bang bang, you'll stun them, and then you'll fucking like you'll like snap to them, cool. And then bam, and it's like that's so nice.
It's a nice alternative to the execution, but I was already familiar with that type of mechanic because Ahmani, you and I experienced that when we played Evil West.
True, I enjoyed it.
It's so satisfying. It is an incredibly satisfying mechanic. You just stun them, and it's like bam. I mean, I think this is the studio that made Evil West, isn't it?
No, this is Saber Interactive.
Okay,
Saber Interactive did the first game, obviously. I don't know what else they did, but I'll look it up later.
Wait, no, who did... Are you sure? Who did Evil West?
Evil West was not Saber, unless I'm wrong on that front. They own a lot of different studios. Never mind, I need to specify.
Focus Entertainment developed Evil West. Focus Entertainment are the ones that made Space Marine 2.
Okay, so yeah, that's why. I guess that's why that's the same
then.
Yeah.
I was really confused. Yeah, I'm like Space Marine 2 is Focus. Yeah, it's Focus Entertainment. I'm not bugging. Yeah, that's probably why they saw like, this is a good mechanic for a melee. Like you kind of they very good implementation of it. Very satisfying. The executions also very satisfying. They're kind of nice because it's not like it's kind of like the Doom executions, but I feel like the Doom executions, because it's Doom guy, he's a little bit too like I just want to make them suffer. Whereas with the executions in Space Marine, these are like quick, efficient, like kill this motherfucker right now, fucking saw his head off, like kill him. Not a lot of fucking like over exaggerated shit. It's just they're down to the point, just breaking the arm off, stabbing him in the chest, and moving on. They're not really taking too much time to like. Be cute about it. They're here to fuck shit up. It's very satisfying. I don't know. Overall, I just feel like they captured the weight that you have really well when you move around. Like sparks fly everywhere if it's like metal. So, I give it an 8 out of 10. If they keep fixing things, I might get to a 9. Might get to a 9.
I'd like to see what they do with the season pass and roadmap they have.
Exactly. I want to see like what they add because they're going to keep adding chapters, and that's when I'm excited because they're hopefully going to add some of the lesser known chapters. Like I want to do for my sniper, I want to do one of the Raptors. The Raptors are like a lot lesser known, like smaller chapter, and like they actually use like ghillie suits and camo and shit like that, and they're actually like it's really cool that they do that stuff. So it's I want to see
it's
like
too bad there won't be an assassin class because I would love to try the
well there is, isn't it? It's
just the fucking the Vanguard, the grappling hook dude is basically the assassin guy.
Okay, well the reason why because the original chapter the one with Korvax, his were the literal angel ravens of death that are complete. They can go entirely invisible.
That's also a thing.
They are.
That's a class too. From what I have the invisible one.
From what I understand, they are potentially in space. I don't know.
Snipers.
The sniper does go invisible.
The sniper goes invisible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You go invisible and you can like pop things from a distance, or you sit back. You still have a sword to swing on things, but I would assume you don't.
I also would love the jetpack aspect for it.
It does a lot of damage.
The Raven Guard have wings that come out when they use their jetpacks.
Yeah, no, you don't got all of that, but you do turn invisible.
But I mean, they're not gonna add like everything. They're gonna
it's impossible
like,
to.
But
within reason for the.
I do know that they've been at potential. There's potential for them to add new classes to the game, so I'll take it.
Okay.
I really hope they add an apothecary class. Like I want there to be an apothecary class. Please let me play an apothecary.
This is specifically Space Marine, so we can't like see anything like the Custodies.
Custodies?
Yeah, the Custodies
aren't good. The Custodies are not going to be there.
They're defenders. They're not
If
attackers.
anything,
they stay on Earth.
custodians, they wouldn't be a playable character. They'd probably be like an NPC. They'd like, maybe, but they're.
I was about to say, yeah, because they're it has to be the Space Marines, right? Like it has to be.
Yeah, it's the Astartes.
Yeah,
the Astartes.
the Astartes. That's a pretty much
Like you
it,
could potentially if you could run into like the Sisters of Battle and stuff like that, but you're not gonna play
the
them.
Sororitas, which they have their own games too.
But like,
they?
the Sororitas do
I've
not
never
have their own
seen one.
games.
No, it's a VR game. It's a Battle Sisters one.
Okay.
They don't have any big ones, unfortunately. Mechanicus
Big
have a
one.
fuck up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mechanicus in this game, so
There
like,
is a lot of mechanics games.
Mechanicus
I've noticed that. I was like, okay.
Mechanicus are pretty cool. There's a lot of popularity, but if you like space, if you like Warhammer, very much try this out. If you like Gears of War and that kind of shooting combat mechanic,
This is probably the biggest
It's not-
thing
it
they've
just-
had in forever. I'm not gonna lie.
Just to be also clear, like Gears of War, but it's not a cover-based shooter, so you need to move around and dodge a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Because like Bolt Gun was fun, and Bolt Gun's a cool game, and it's very
It's
much.
also-
Dark Tide was the
it's
last
a
one they
boomer
released
shooter.
that did really really big.
Dark Tide was probably the closest to like the biggest thing that they've had.
Mhm.
You know,
Space before that was the first Space Marine, which is considered the best Space Marine game at the time for it. But now we got the sequel to that, and it was like, this is gonna be great. And we got more coming across the horizon because Games Workshop is still heavily investing in more Warhammer projects. Hell, we got Secret Level coming out later this year.
Jesus Christ! I mean, right now
So
it's kind of rocking it right now. It was at least 4 days ago. It was top selling globally on Steam. Like it was beating out Wukong and everything.
For at least initial sales, it's been a while since Wukong has come, because Wukong has made a lot of money.
No, I know, but like it's getting up there. Like I don't think there's been a lot of Warhammer games that have made it to like the globally top selling game list.
Oh no, I don't think it's ever broken the top 10, and Space Marine 1 probably was the closest to that.
So I guess my question is, Aaron, as a fan of both games, is this a Helldivers?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Anyone that keeps saying that's kind of dumb. Like it's not. They just kill bugs. That's the like.
It's
a lot of
not
people- yeah, a lot
by
of
any
people keep
means a
saying that, so
Helldiver
that's why I'm
clone.
Like it's a meme
Is
kind
it?
of, but no, it doesn't play anything like Helldivers in any way. If you like Helldivers, you might like Space Marine though. I'm not gonna lie, because it's gonna bring you
It's a bit of a different
that
feel.
chaos
It's not
kind
exactly
of
the same.
just it, but it's not the same kind of shooter. You know what I mean? Like this is a
No.
linear story based game where there's like,
And a lot of the
long,
focus is not on the shooting; it's the melee.
the shooting is there. There can be focus on the shooting.
I
but
wish Helldivers had more melee mechanics. I'm not even.
It would be kinda
I
sick.
mean, like I know you're not really meant to be slicing through bugs like that, but it'd be nice to be able to like have something to let
Give
you
me
fight back,
something,
like
yeah.
a way.
I'd play Helldivers too if they had melee.
of course you would. You
I could
fucking
just
weeb.
go
They give
punch.
they put a samurai
Yes, I
sword.
am.
They put a samurai sword in there. You can fucking buy it in a second.
Not even that. I don't even need a samurai sword. Just give me something like just a punch or an axe.
You're
or
fighting
something, and I'll-
robots,
shovel.
motherfucker.
You're-
I
a
mean,
shovel.
you say that.
You're gonna
I
give
mean,
you a
I
shovel, and
wouldn't
you're gonna
mind
like
having
it.
an
Like
axe to
I
just
get
get
it,
to,
but
like-
I also playing the game a lot. I'm thinking of times where you would do a melee, and it's like if you're ever throwing down a melee, you're already gonna die. So you might as well not have anything for it. So it's like if you're throwing your melee attacks, you're gonna die in about 5 seconds probably. That's usually how that goes.
That's
Yeah,
usually how
but
it
like I
goes,
guess
no matter what you
yes,
do.
but like not if it was like a weapon built for kind of clearing you out of that situations and letting you get away.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean?
Amani, but the shit you fight at some points, it doesn't
I
matter.
mean, yeah,
like,
like,
if you
obviously, like you're not meleeing the
like-
tank, right?
like
you're
even
not
even
gonna
the
do
tiny
that,
bugs or like the tiny
the
robots,
Juggernaut.
like yeah, you could kill them, but why are you throwing out a melee?
I would just like
Like
a
I get it, it would be cool,
Let
but
me
the
swing
way
on
the mechanics of the
something.
game, it's like why? Like if you're throwing out a melee, you're doing you're doing it wrong. You're getting too
You
close.
You're doing it wrong.
No, I understand.
They're supposed to be dead before they get
But
But
to
it's
you.
weird because
if
like,
you
it would
do
be a
want-
good
but-
weapon for
but
the
to-
bugs because the bugs rush you.
But exactly, you would probably enjoy Space Marine more because you can
Oh, yeah, of
just
course.
pull out a sword
you
and
can.
start swinging on these fucking things, and it works.
And that is an active.
and it makes
valid
sense because you're
fighting
not a
back.
human. You're a
Exactly.
fucking monster. You're this actual monster of a being.
You're superhuman. Yeah.
You are a true patriot. That's what you are.
No,
Yeah, something like that.
No.
there.
No.
You're,
Religious.
No.
you follow the
We're
Emperor's order.
not patriotic. We're the faithful.
There's no patriotism in fucking 40k. It's only
There was
faith.
only God.
No.
There's only there's no
Either
faith.
you
No, there's
trust in
patriotism.
the
Cadians really love Cadia, bro. The Cadians.
Well, yeah, yes, but it's the most
there's some
focus is
patriotism
faith.
here and there.
They
but-
don't give a shit where you're from. If you don't believe in the like Emperor of Mankind, you are fucked. You are condemned. Right
I
there.
also like. I like the aesthetic. They like all like the outfits you can get look sick as fuck, bro. It looks so.
Oh
nice.
yeah, and the graphics looks incredible as well. Like look close-up details on all the armor pieces.
If we stream it,
bullet streaks,
we'll
everything.
show you guys tomorrow, hopefully. But like it's
Also
fun.
surprised I'm not that intensive of a game.
The lore for it too.
I'm also surprised how well it runs. I will say that as well. It runs very well.
It runs
doesn't,
really
it doesn't
well.
have.
I was surprised.
It doesn't have any
I heard that
issues.
it
It
runs
runs
really
very stably. I haven't had it crash yet. The only issue I had was that sometimes when you like close it, it doesn't like closing. You'll have to like go into like Task Manager and close it. It's happened to me like 3 or 4 times, but like
Now, granted, Aaron,
that's about it.
you are running it on.
I'm running it on an i9,
a high-end PC.
Yeah,
at this point.
I'm running it on.
The highest
I
end
can
of everybody.
definitely benchmark the like games at this point with the PC I have. Like it is.
Yeah.
If I run it at
But
full.
what about you, Pele? Yours is more of a.
Mine's more like a little bit more than
mid-range.
more range there. I have a 3070. I was able to run Cyberpunk, Stay Serene, and a bunch of other games.
What do you?
Relatively high quality.
What are you running it at right now? Like what you're running it at? Like what 1280? Like or are you running at
How's it
4K?
feeling?
Oh, I'm doing it in
Are
4K.
you running at 4K? Okay. Like how many frames
Yeah.
are you getting? Like are you at max
I haven't checked the
settings?
frames on Space Marine 2. I haven't checked that yet. I forgot to put the toggle on.
I have.
But it's really smooth. Like mostly it's kept at 60.
Yeah, I have it. When I ran it on max everything settings, I was getting 30 FPS at 4K. And then it didn't look bad, but it was like 30 FPS, so I just dropped it down.
No, I
dropped it
kept
down a little bit.
Standard still high,
but to high, yeah.
But I was running fine on 60. It felt
Like now, what I just
it wasn't chugging along.
I put it down from native resolution to like balanced or whatever, so that it does it like 1.7.
I actually had to turn my VSync on, so that's what I had to do.
VSync, I believe.
And Leon, if you wanted to get this, you wouldn't have to worry about this, obviously, because even though you have a laptop that can probably play it, actually.
You can probably play it.
You can
probably
probably
play
play
it on PlayStation 2.
Maybe
You can either play it on your PS5 because it does have crossplay, but your laptop could probably.
doesn't
Yes,
work
it does. I'll probably do it in the PlayStation, but if I ever do want to try it on PC, I need to make sure I get an external hard drive.
Oh,
first.
for sure.
It's actually not that big. It's like what,
Yeah.
56 gigs? 56 gigs, I
No,
think.
no, I just need one.
Yeah, no,
I
I
just need.
I mean,
one
you can
general,
get that
gotcha.
pretty easy. Like, you get an SSD for like $60, like
Yeah.
a terabyte
Mhm.
SSD for like $60.
That's when I have
One
money.
of the Samsung. I would recommend one of the Samsung ones if you do get one. The Samsung ones are really
Yeah,
good.
the Samsung.
yeah,
Okay,
that's-
hold
Help
on,
this man get an SSD hard drive. Come on.
I actually use a Samsung one for the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
So I can have
Because
all
here's
my
the thing:
PlayStation
if
4
you're
games.
adding an SSD, you need to make sure it comes with a heatsink because there's no heatsink on the PlayStation.
I'm so for a lot of you that don't know, I was having a lot of issues with my computer, and it was cured after I took it to the doctors. It's now running perfectly fine now, so it's actually so big.
Was it a CPU issue?
It was a couple of things. Like I built it myself. This is the first PC I ever built, and like story time for this PC. Okay, so I sent my dad a list of 3 PCs. Right.
Wow, this is interesting.
I sent my dad a list of 3 PCs, and I said, "Look, Dad, here's the deal." Okay, and I sent him like a bunch more, but because as meme builds. And like I sent him 3, and I said, "Look, here's a cheap build. Here's a like this is what I want build. This is it, and then this is an expensive build. Okay, this is like if like this is a little bit more expensive, but it's like future proof, right?" And my dad knows a good amount about computers, but his knowledge is a little bit like older. So like he was like, I want to get him because I was gonna get a Ryzen chip. He says, I want to get him an Intel chip. So he made a PC that worked just fine. It had everything it needed. But it was like a fucking Intel i9, and like I have a fucking 4070, I think. He bought he gave 64 fucking gigabytes of RAM, bro. I was like, what the fuck do I need 64 gigabytes of RAM for? That's insane.
32 is
Like,
overkill.
what am I
32,
doing?
no, 32 is even overkill.
Like I sent him
RAM.
of my money that I'd saved up about $1,000, and I'm like, look, here's my money, and then this can pay for like a good amount on that second PC, that middle one. And he said, fuck that. And he just fucking went ape shit, just bought like all this like insane stuff. And like when I got it, I opened my box and I'm like, that's not a fucking Ryzen chip. That has the Intel logo on it. And it's this like silver box. And I was on the phone with he who should not be named. And he goes, oh no. I just hear him like go, oh no. What is that? And like it's a fucking i9, it's an i9 chip. And like I honestly, now that it's running well and everything's good, it runs fast as fuck. It's an absolute monster of a computer. But like when I installed
took you a while to get that
when I installed
point.
it, I installed everything right. What they told me is that like with i9 chips, because of how sensitive they are to heat and stuff like that, you have to like really, 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 really make sure that things are like 100% lined up and correct. And then they told me that the way that I installed the water cooler was right, but not the most optimal way of doing it for the i9 chip. So they changed the way that the cooler was. They changed like the way the hoses were placed because the hoses were not in like an optimal like pumping position. They were like kind of in the opposite way, and like things that I just didn't know because I've only ever built I never really built a PC like by myself.
Yeah.
I've only ever
They were
helped.
like it's tiny.
So they were like, yeah, but essentially
there's
there's a ton of details that we're adding up and we're making my PC overheat like a motherfucker. But now like I haven't had any issues in like 2 weeks now. Like it's running at like I think it's running.
It no longer crashes when you're just trying to watch a video.
It doesn't just. It was like a sports car that was tuned incorrectly. You know what I mean? Like it was having so much trouble idling. That was the biggest issue. It was like it could run like everything. I could run anything.
The moment
on
you were trying to do
but
anything,
the moment,
it was fun.
But the moment I would just let it chill for more than 5 seconds, it just was like, nope, bye, dead. You know, and now it's fine. I don't
Just sitting
Look
idle
at
in
you trying to
transmission.
relax. That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
turn off now.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing something intensive. Transmission cracks in half.
shoots itself in the head.
Yeah.
But it's working now, and like honestly, like I can run most things. I'm running it on. I have a 4K monitor, so like I can't get like insanely high frames because 4K immediately like just makes you have way
Takes
less
a lot of it. And I know I
FPS.
have 4K monitor too. Yeah.
But like I mean it's kind of a beast now. I'm pretty happy. I was using a laptop. I was using an Asus laptop with a 1080 and a fucking i7 for like 5 years. So it's a hell of an upgrade now that it's working all good.
You up?
And I still have that fucking thing. The battery, not the battery, one of the hard drives is broken. I can fix it. I just don't know if I want to.
It'd be good to have just an extra
Yeah.
thing you could use for business.
Whenever I have
purposes.
some like extra money, I'll go.
Yeah, you just fix
But
it up.
it was crazy. It was like $40. That's how much they charged me to fucking fix my PC, and they cleaned it and everything. Like they left it looking brand new. It was amazing. They like
Perfect.
did a bunch of like I literally we were doing it. They're like, have you like done the problem a lot of times? And I'm like, yeah. I'm actually surprised the PC's on. Like when I went and dropped it off, I was like, I'm genuinely surprised this thing still is on right now. Like and they're like, well, hopefully it doesn't turn off. 5 seconds after he says that, it turns off, and he's like,
Turns
damn.
off.
It was pretty funny.
Every time.
But thankfully it's good now, and I feel like at this point now I'm comfortable saying whether a game runs well or not, because when I was like back on my PC, my laptop, it's like I don't know. Maybe it's just my computer can't run it. I can run it on my PC, but that doesn't mean I can run it well. Like when I started playing Fortnite again with you guys on this computer, it was like, hey, look, I can see other people's skins. Because for me, it was just the regular Jonesy character or whatever the fuck, and then when they would get closer, it would render in who they actually were, and I'm like, oh, okay, you'd be like, it's Goku.
Oh, dude, you were running on Switch settings. That's crazy.
No, it was like a step and a half above Switch settings technically.
Like basically, but that's how the Switch
Yeah.
runs it. It's just like in the distance, it's a Jonesy.
It was so fucking funny because he was like, "It's Goku,
basic-
it's Goku," and I turned over and I'm like, "That's not Goku."
And then he gets closer and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
But
That is Goku.
I'm very glad I got it. I was so happy because I'm like, I'm gonna have a new PC for Space Marine 2, and I did, and I've been able to play it so much. But yeah,
It's great.
I guess you can just kind of.
I'll be joining them later once it actually releases because I didn't feel like paying the extra like $20.
Yeah.
Actually, I think. It's,
Oh, I mean, I guess
Just so I can play it
I'll,
through.
I'll continue my week, I guess, or like whatever the fuck, like what I was doing. We've also been playing
Right,
Deadlock,
so-
a couple of us. I don't know how many of us have actually played it, but we have played
I haven't
Deadlock.
played it yet. I haven't
Oh
downloaded
yeah,
it.
I haven't
Um,
gone back to it since
We
tested
we
it out
need
that
to.
one time.
It's rough.
Yeah, we
It
do.
can be kind of rough, man. Like it's way more of a MOBA than I think a lot of people realize. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for me. I'm still trying to figure it out because I've played it and like
I mean, you liked United.
yeah, but Unite got me because it was Pokemon.
That is a MOBA.
Yeah, but it
Like,
got me because it's Pokemon.
but it is.
And
but it's
also,
like, it's not the
you
same.
actually kill people in Unite. You know what I mean? Deadlock is an actual MOBA. Unite's way more fast paced than typical MOBAs. Like they're short 10-minute matches, so like you have to kill more. It's more incentivized for you to go out and kill them.
Go fuck that guy up.
Deadlock,
leave, do whatever you
Deadlock
gotta
is
do.
more like an actual MOBA where, like, even if you're not killing them, as long as you're making progress on your lane, you're doing good. So what that means is, like, for me, sometimes, like, I'll be winning a match, but I feel like I just haven't done shit. I don't think I've done anything because, like, I haven't really got any kills. I've only just been like kind of playing my lane, you know, the way that you're supposed to, and like we end up winning, and then because like other lanes break, or I end up doing a little bit more progress because somebody comes and helps me. But like overall, it just feels like.
Yeah.
Like a lot more, I don't know. it feels more of a MOBA, like genuine. I don't know how to describe
it's less
it.
tug of war. Yeah,
You just kind of
like
sit.
a MOBA has more tug of war, I guess.
There is a tug of war, but like I will also say this: if one lane collapses, it can be like the end of the game because like once the levels start being a little bit different, like a lot of the games I was doing really well and actually doing a lot of progress, and then one of my friendly lanes collapsed, and suddenly the person I was fighting,
and then it just started steamrolling.
well, the person I was fighting went from being the same level as me to like 2 levels higher than me, and then suddenly it's like, oh wait, wait a minute, hold on now. Suddenly you have a lot of shit.
My own anymore.
Suddenly you have a lot of shit that I can't deal with, and I have no way of really recoursing that. And then like it can kind of cause a steamroll if you don't know how to handle it well. Because if that happens, you got to push back and just kind of hold for a little bit further back and kind of play a lot safer. And if you don't really know that, which a lot of people don't, because they're just playing it more of like a shooter,
because it feels like a hero shooter more than
then
anything else.
like it'll fuck you because like you just die. Even if you're like one of those characters that's meant to kill people, it won't matter if they outlevel you by a lot. So it is like one of those things where you have to learn like what good characters are, because there's a bunch of characters that I'm like, I like this guy, and then like look at the rankings and it's like this is like an SD character. I'm like, okay, cool. What about this guy that I like? Oh, he's like F tier. He sucks. He's like one of the worst things ever. Like he's really useless.
It's hot Garbo.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Damn. So like,
kind of liked him.
You have to learn it, but it can be a little rough because it really is sometimes just a lot of you getting the shit pushed in, and I'm like, oh god, I didn't want this. That's just how MOBAs are, though. Sometimes you're the one stomping, sometimes you're just getting your shit kicked in. There's a lot of that, so it can be a turn off.
Very rare that there's an in between.
It could be a bit of a turn off, and I can kind of get that. The matches are also pretty fucking long.
Hella long.
Some of the matches can either be 20 minutes or they can be like 45 minutes, and it's like, oh my god,
it can be an hour. Squishy and I think Squishy and Gabe were in one for like an hour at one point, and I was like, that fucking sucks.
That.
I mean, it's a MOBA.
It's a MOBA.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
I mean, I love the aesthetic of it.
It's such a good aesthetic. It's such a cool aesthetic, bro.
I love the aesthetic of so many of the characters that I'm like, fuck, I want to play this game and like it.
At the very least, it's in a more playable and interesting way of playing that game than like League,
Concord,
for instance.
Yeah, it's not.
No, Concord actually had.
Concord was not a fucking MOBA.
Concord's not a MOBA. Concord's a hero shooter. It's just
Concord ain't shit.
Was Ahmani was.
That's right. Was. Rest in peace, Concord.
Rest in pieces.
Rest in pieces.
Crazy how that game, like when we watched the trailer for that, there was like we went from this is kind of interesting. They could do like a PvE shooter type, kind of Guardians of the Galaxy type deal. Okay, and then we just saw it was like 5v5 like PvP shooter, and all of us. Every single one of us was like,
all of us collectively rolled our eyes.
Which is crazy because a ton of us have obviously we all have varying different.
But we've all played hero shooters. I played Overwatch a lot. I'll admit it. I played
it too. It was fun.
I played a lot of Overwatch too. Like,
but another one?
Hell
no.
But I would rather play Overwatch than play Concord if I was gonna play that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I might even get a chance to play it.
Marvel Rivals exists.
I wish I could play it.
Can't wait for that game.
Yeah.
So excited when that game drops. Not Concord though. Concord. It's real unfortunate for Concord. It's dead. Apparently they might be bringing it back to be free to play, which would be a better move than it being a $40 game. But
oh shit, that was $40.
Yeah, it's only $40.
It would cost money. I don't remember if
it was $40. It was $40.
No, it's $40. It was only the price tag they had for it, besides collector's editions versions of it.
Which is crazy because $40 isn't much, right?
No, it's not.
But it's not asking you.
Most hero shooters are free.
Yeah. But it's supposed to, the $40 price tag is not the worst thing about it. The worst thing about it is like you're asking for a $40 price initial price tag for an overly saturated market right now. There's only so many hero shooters that people had no interest in playing this one whatsoever.
All of those hero shooters are free.
A lot of them are. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The moment I heard it was
Apex,
money, it cost money. I don't want to say Apex. Apex is a battle royale more than anything.
It's a battle royale, but technically it's also a hero shooter.
It's a little bit of both.
But like,
it's a hero shooter.
I mean, Overwatch exists.
Overwatch.
Like, as much as
Overwatch exists and it's free. Like, it's no longer.
It's like, damn,
you don't have to
and
pay
Marvel Rivals is just around the corner, also free.
Which
Let's go.
You think I don't even know why you tried to enter the space knowing that like Overwatch exists, and then you
Deadlock
basically see the
and
second
then
spot
Deadlock
just
came out. And
Deadlock
it's
came out of
damn,
nowhere,
This shit, they shadow dropped it. And people are like, oh, this shit free. And then it's like, look at
Yeah,
that.
this
It's
shit's
almost
free.
like if it's free, people will
People
fucking
just try it.
play it because it's free. That's,
'Cause, like, a
that's
game
why I
like
played
that needs a
Warframe the
community,
first time.
so-
Because that shit's
Yeah.
free.
Again, I guess they wanted a similar reaction to Overwatch because Overwatch initially wasn't free.
It wasn't. But Overwatch also had like a bunch of people playing it for like a long period of time and a bunch of betas and a lot of. I've said this before and I will say it again. Overwatch was successful before it even came out. Before people could touch it, people were excited and some people were already playing it. That game was gonna be big because you could feel it in the air. Concord is not that game.
Nobody was hyped for Concord, man. I don't think there was
Yeah,
a single
No,
human
not
being
a,
on the
not a
planet.
single person.
It was like it's just when you try to compare yourself. Not to mention on top of that, it is the first new Blizzard IP to exist in a long period of time, considering up until that point, right? So like when Overwatch, and it was supposed to be based around like superheroes, as superheroes were getting big, right? Like it's not the superheroes, but it's superhero adjacent. Like it's the idea of like its own original thing. So like as this was coming out, like it had all the good like press and stuff about it that was gonna make it amazing. I can't see you making Concord, and it's not to dunk on the developers or anything like that, but I can't see you making Concord being like, we're gonna make a hero shooter, knowing that Overwatch exists, knowing that
Also, they're
the
just,
number 2 slot is literally about to be
their
replaced.
character
It's, like,
designs were
coming
also
up.
not interesting enough to like.
Their
you
character
know.
designs were not like you're looking at some of the characters that exist, and it's just like, dang, this is not. And as much as we hate on Overwatch, this is not a Tracer. This is not a Widowmaker. This is, and I'm just happen to be naming the females. This is not a Reinhardt.
There's not a Bastion. There's not a Solar
It's not a
76.
Reaper.
I mean, I just
It's not a Juno.
like
Like
I ran them by a friend of mine. Like, all right, and like I ran it by her because I'm like, okay, maybe we're just bugging, and maybe we genuinely are just being hateful. Okay, like maybe
No.
you
Good
know?
character design is good.
But
character design.
I know. But I just was like, I'm gonna run it by her, because she. Oh my god. Sorry, someone got run over in the car.
They're doing a 9 to 5 while doing the podcast.
the whole like thing was like, I was like, here, like, let me show you these. Do you like any of these characters? And every time I'd show her a character, her face was like, like, why? Why are these? What are these choices? And every time her response was like, why are the colors like the armor for like, there was the chick in the armor, right? You were like, yeah, she doesn't have to match her makeup to her armor. The first thing she was like is like, the color of the lips is a choice for sure. Like, why would you choose dark purple when you have like green armor that doesn't match like the purple you're gonna have in your lips at all? And like she would go through all of them, and she's like, these are just all like half finished. She kept saying like they looked half finished. Like somebody gave up halfway through designing the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Years of development.
And I told her, I'm like, someone spent 8 years
Damn.
designing all these characters, and she's like, what the fuck? Like she couldn't choose a single one that she liked, like a single one. Like I was like,
The
damn.
craziest part is like they should have got a fighting game. I feel bad to be like that, but they should have got a fighting game character developer to do it, like artists, because they would have came up with some fun stuff. Because the idea is to make striking characters.
A lot of it's the colors. She
interesting
kept bringing up the
fun.
fact that there was a bunch of outfits where like the colors
It's
were
not
like
pastel.
they were very faded out though. Like it looked like
Yeah.
whatever they were wearing is incredibly faded.
And like for I guess an example of comparison with Overwatch, everything is really bright and colorful. That
It is
pops
very
in
bright
your
and
face.
vibrant.
Yeah.
Also,
also,
I'm not gonna lie, none of the characters were characters that I was looking at and went, I want to play this person.
I think there was like one person total that I was like, that looks kind of cool.
Bro,
And that was about
I
it.
can't explain to you the weird hatred I have for that lizard guy. I don't know how to describe it, man. I don't know.
What do you mean, like a fucking alien?
It's just
You mean the Yondu?
that
looking
look
dude?
of
yeah,
him.
the Yondu lizard looking ass motherfucker. Yeah, like I don't.
I get it. He does look a little.
It's the
little
part in the
generic.
beginning
does
where he
remind
pulls
me
out a
Yondu.
bottle of hot sauce and the way he shakes it in, like the face he makes when he's eating it.
In the trailer?
The face he makes when he's eating it in the trailer. I just want
It's
to.
like I just want to punch him.
Yeah, like, I'm like I don't know why. I'm like, damn, I just don't like him like at all. Oh my fucking god.
It's like I hate this man.
I think the only one I liked
You know,
was
Mothra.
the only character I think I
Mothra's
liked
such
was
a
one
good
that just
design.
it looked like a Korra from. She looks like a Korra from Destiny. She's the one with like the crossbow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ikora,
With the,
yeah,
with the
yeah.
crossbow that she shoots. It's literally Ikora's outfit, and I was like, I kind of like this. Then when I realized it was just Ikora, I was like, wait a
I
minute.
admit I like the tanky girl. I like the girl in the big power armor. That was like my personal one where I was like, okay, that one's kind of cool. But like I know the color stuff was like something that bugs.
It has like
your
baby
friend.
barf fucking green armor, like like what the fuck.
But I liked it. I mean, like, what's his, Doom Guy's armor is a little close to that. It's not. The
It's like
exact
a
same
darker
shade.
green.
Not in the
Similar.
same shape, but he's also like he's jacked and big and plate of armor and damage scratches.
Also, that's
the color
his
his
armor isn't
yeah.
just that baby barf green. He has a whole lot else.
No,
going
yeah,
on.
brown,
it's got
a
some brown,
tan,
it's
yeah.
got some silver.
You know, there's
Yeah.
a whole lot going on. That one was just that color, and then like for some reason her face was uncovered in the power armor,
She had like purple accents on it too.
like
That
pink.
kinda-
It was like pink.
kinda
The
interesting.
thing is, the accents didn't match.
Like a fuchsia or a
it
magenta?
didn't- if the accents matched her lips, I would have been like, oh, that's kind of cool. But no, they didn't. They were like a completely different color of like pink or whatever the fuck. And it's like, oh, what the hell? Why you do such a thing?
No, I think her lips were just like a deep blue.
They were like some
Actually,
dark.
if I
I thought
remember correctly.
I saw them as deep,
It was-
like
it
a
was
deep
deep
purple,
blue.
like a purple kind of color. Hold on, we'll look it up right now.
Oh yeah, maybe a purple, but it was like it didn't match the accents at all though. The accents were like a fuchsia, like a pinkish, and her lips were like a blue, and the armor was like
Fuchsia.
green.
It was very weird.
He's like, Leon's up here like,
I
fuchsia.
don't even know what the color is.
Ugh.
Color theory with paper play action.
Color, I love color theory. Color theory is
Color
interesting.
theory.
It's one of the better things of character designs, which actually plays a huge role into why I didn't like a lot of those character designs. I'm not gonna lie. They had
understand.
nothing
Long
that
throw in the
stood
chart.
out.
Yeah, nothing really stood out. They just all looked like mediocre, like versions of other things I've seen.
Yeah. And the robot. I think the robot was a little.
The robot just
interesting.
looked
That's
like a
about it.
can. He just looked
But
like
it looks like a robot. It's just like,
The thing is,
Dude, it's just looks like
I
a
watched
can
a
so
video
bad.
of this dude who was like a character designer, and he was like, "Here, I'm going to try to make them better. Not really change the design too much." The main thing he did is for the robot, he made the yellow like a bit of a brighter yellow, and like added a little bit more detail on like some of the accents on the color scheme, and that alone made it look like go from this looks like a fucking can to hey, this is like a robot. Okay, it looks
I kinda wanna play
this
this.
actually looks.
Kinda
He
sick.
doesn't look like he's made of plastic. He looks metallic looking. Like okay, like a ton of the things he did wasn't even like he didn't even like change any of their designs. He just was like, here, I'm gonna make the leather of this guy's gloves match the leather of his fucking belt. Because what the fuck? Why doesn't the leather match? Like, come on, let's be honest here. Like, what the fuck?
Come on.
And like
It's leather.
that alone
It's
was
just
like,
raw
oh, look at
leather.
that. His outfit looks cohesive now. Look at that. That's kind of interesting. Holy shit. It wasn't good, perhaps. Like, it was as good as you could make it, I think. But it looked way better
But
with
the
that
idea
alone.
was just to improve it without doing much.
Like it
Yeah,
improved
just
it
to actually-
significantly with that alone. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's all it took. Like, how did nobody look over them and go, maybe we shouldn't wash them out this much? This isn't like Xbox 360.
no.
You know, like we don't have to go back to that. We've
It's
evolved,
definitely a case study. Character designs for Concord are definitely a case study that we would.
bro.
I
That
actually wanna
that
watch
whole
this.
I actually
game,
would like- no, I-
that
I
They
want-
had to
I-
be trolling.
that whole game
Yeah.
is a
It
case study,
is a
bro.
case study. But
8 years,
No, I
8 years, millions
8 years.
of dollars.
That's why I want
2
the
weeks.
Jason
2
Schreier article
weeks
about
about
the development of this
2
game
weeks.
because I need to know what the fuck they were doing in 8 years.
Well, okay. Here's the difference, because this is not an Anthem situation. They were clearly doing something. in
Something,
8 years.
yeah.
It's just that we. Didn't,
It's crazy when Anthem
it came
might
out
be
to
better
the
than this,
public
in my
and people
opinion.
did not care. No, Anthem had way better designs, but
An-
that's not the problem.
Anthem was better than that.
Oh, dude, I don't want to get into it. Anthem's its own thing.
Anthem we know was wasted time.
Anthem is
what-
the idea of like
They
bro,
had to
I don't know
restart
what
the
y'all
game
did
like
with
4
the money.
times.
Yes, but they didn't know what they were
Yeah.
making until they saw it at E3.
That doesn't make any sense. You know? I mean, like
Conquer-
that's what happened, but it makes no sense.
Conquered is one of those things where I'm like, what did y'all do 8 years? Like, did you not run a focus test on this? Me personally, when I did a bit,
Actually, I think they ran too many.
when I
focus
ran
tests
an,
on
when
it.
I ran
It's
an
a
open
problem.
beta, if I run an open beta for a game as a company that spent like not even a small company, we're literally being backed by
no one
Sony,
pulls up.
right? We're being backed by fucking Sony, and only like 1,500 people pull up, and then we do another beta, and like it goes from like 1,700 to 1,300. Are you gonna go? Yeah, let's charge $40 for a game that people aren't paying like nothing for already?
That
Like,
seemingly won't
Would
even look. when it's free.
as a company, wouldn't you just be forced to go? We should probably reevaluate this, considering
But we
how
need
bad it's
money.
going. Like, why would they release
And
release.
Marvel Rivals did it, and they had a ton of people pull up.
Yeah, but exactly.
I
But
think-
their beta did well. If your beta only
Mhm.
brought in 1,700 people peak, Ahmani, that's not good.
Mm.
You're not
No.
trying to charge. You're like,
You should, in that situation, pivot and say, we're gonna make this shit free to play because we need to boost.
You know,
people.
they used to do that. They used to do that during the beta test to see how it was because. Do you remember Nosgoth, Aaron? The Legacy of Kain multiplayer. That was just an alpha and beta test until I think Square Enix just pulled the plug on it because it wasn't getting enough attention. So they knew something was gonna be a failure, so they just cut it off from there. That was one
Then it became a
example.
different game.
They
It
did,
became
but that
Bloodhunt.
also yeah, I know, but that also failed though.
Isn't Bloodhunt still up? And
Blood
running?
Hunts? I don't know if it is. But no, I didn't think that was the same thing after.
No, it's the same
fact.
thing. It's just literally the same thing.
Okay.
It's the it's just a battle royale now, but it's the
It's
exact
Battle
same thing.
Royale. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's-
it was. But anyway, for development like that, we figure out the numbers you showed, as you mentioned, only a little bit over 1,000. What would you think? Like, why are we going ahead with this? Or what? The other thing I was going to bring up because Sony, they buy a lot of big creative teams and try to make something of their
I
own.
do want to point out
I think
that this
Yes.
Concord is one of I think I love hating on it low key, but I also don't want to make it seem like I'm hating anybody who developed that game. If they happen to hear this, I do not hate you. I genuinely think that there were aspects of Concord that had
Beyond your
genuinely
control.
good things going on. You know
Oh,
what
the
I
crazy
mean?
part is the gameplay. Actually,
like-
no one talked about that. It wasn't bad.
It was so slow.
Yeah.
It looked like it felt
slow.
like running on
It was
ice.
slow,
But
yeah.
Other than that, there was some interesting things in the game. They just needed to be worked on and implemented better. But it's not like like the developers clearly had talent. There was clearly people with talent in this studio doing this game. They just wasted
one
it
with
completely because nobody had a vision. You know what I mean? Exactly.
No one had vision.
Nobody had a vision of what the fuck they wanted to do, so we ended up with something very mediocre and basic. But this is one of
Some
I think
sad.
6 or so projects that Sony bought, and they spent $110 million or something like that in dollars buying the studio. So this is one of a beginning of a line of live service games that Sony is making, and
Potentially.
And the
We don't
question
know if
is,
they are a fact.
what the fuck? Potentially, but they bought a bunch of studios to make them. You know, so it's well, this is the first one, and it did this bad. What the hell can we hope about the next ones? You know, if they're gonna keep the same
Let's
ideology,
Yeah,
you know,
it's all-
hopefully this,
it's all
hopefully the
hope
idea is
because
that
this
we're
was the
not
first-
making a live service game.
hopefully,
Yeah.
And if
Sony
you are
looks at
making a
this,
live service game, you should probably pivot and make something different because you know what's selling really well and it's probably gonna
Fucking
last
Astrobot.
longer. Actually, definitively, is gonna last longer than 2 weeks. Yeah.
Astrobot.
Astrobot.
But
Oh, that's gonna be
I
the game of the
I
month.
really hope that Sony can look at the failure that fucking was Concord and they go, damn, you know, maybe we are fucking up and not giving people what we wanted. You know what I mean? Because it's just it's so obvious that it's nobody asked for this game. There wasn't a market for it anymore. The fact that
there was no interest when we.
it was so
revealed.
bad
no one
that
cared.
no one even was surprised that it only lasted 2 weeks. They were just surprised that it really that's the first time something's lasted that short of a time. But no one was
Yeah,
oh wow.
because
That's crazy.
Yeah, it isn't
we knew
Suicide
it was
Squad
gonna
where-
die. We just didn't
Yeah,
think it would be.
it
this
isn't like
fast.
Suicide Squad where that bombed immediately upon launch. No one was excited for it, but it's
even
still around
y'all
right
remember
now. It's still
Battle
kicking.
Breakers or whatever that was? Remember that?
Battleborn.
No. There was
No,
there
not
was
Battleborn. Battleborn's different.
there was the one that was the fucking it was
Cliff
Cliff
Belinsky's
Belinsky's game.
Jailbreakers.
No, was it? I don't think it was Was it Jailbreakers? I remember it was the Omni movement.
Yeah, no,
free,
I know what you're talking
zero
about.
gravity.
That one was good.
It was a good game.
That was
but-
interesting.
Lawbreakers.
It was a really good
Lawbreakers.
game.
Lawbreakers, there we
Yes,
go. Yeah,
Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers. That was
Game of the
that
Year.
was a genuinely fun fucking game that if they had marketed it better as well, it would have done well. They just marketed it and made it into a hero shooter because fucking Blitzky was let's do that. Everyone else is doing that. And then people were dude, there's already Overwatch and Battleborn and all these other things, and then
The
Battleborn
craziest
died.
part is that they weren't even because
And the game
Cliff
wasn't
had
even
he had a good, a weird, I'll say, but he's correct in saying this, vision of how he looked at the way video game markets work, which is you usually have room for two or three of the big ones, and they're we're not trying to beat Overwatch, but we're trying to be one of the 2 or 3. Right? I'm you know what?
I
Fair,
think
because it's kind of true.
the biggest problem
I'm
was
not
when he
gonna
started
lie.
marketing it as the fucking the Dark Souls of shooters. I think that's where it was started.
Which is a weird
where it
thing.
started
That's
That's a
losing.
weird description.
That's when he
That's a
started
weird
marketing
description.
it. It's what does that mean,
That's-
dude?
What does that mean, bro? How am I supposed to take that?
That's
But
wild.
the deal is that it's like it's supposed to be a hero shooter, and it's supposed to be filling in the role of what would have been either Paladins or I guess technically Apex, because that's the other one, right? And it wasn't beating Apex, and they knew they weren't beating Overwatch. They knew it, so they were trying to fill in like the third slot, and it just
Didn't work at all.
didn't work.
And then after that failure, he quickly tried to pivot towards was it the his own battle royale that Ninja played for a little short time.
He did the other battle royale, that Radical Heights. Radical Heights.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I remember that one because it's just
That is horrible.
But it never fully came out because when people tried it and then
It died in beta, didn't it?
Yeah, it died in beta.
dude, it was just YouTubers. The only people
Yeah.
on it were just YouTubers.
Yeah.
And the YouTubers were playing it for content to be like, oh look, this is a different
Another
what is this
Fortnite
about?
game. Yeah.
It's not Fortnite. No one's on here. It's just other people like us.
We should probably. I just
Alright,
realized we're an
done.
hour and 20 minutes in. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're about to finish it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Other than
yeah,
that,
quickly,
realistically,
whatever
other than
you-
that, I watched Alien and Aliens with my cousin because he'd never seen those movies, and I was incredibly shocked, so I had to watch them with him. And I watched the
no, we're gonna fall for you.
the Pearl Maxine
done.
and fucking
You're done.
X trilogy.
Leon's over there. He hasn't
Holy
gone yet.
shit.
Go.
Titled episode, what Aaron won't shut the fuck up.
For me, nothing very much has happened. All I've really been doing is just my usual stuff. Although I did finish again.
Again?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to find
Yeah.
it.
I played it originally on the GameCube and everything. So finished the
What a
story,
classic.
got that going. Now I need to get all the missions done, get A ranks, and then unlock Green Hill. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say since we're so late.
Jesus. I forgot how long that game was.
It's fun.
Not
Sonic
long.
2 was
The game's-
fire. I
not
pulled
that
up
long.
when he was playing
There's
the
a
last
lot of
mission, and we
missions.
jammed out to the song. It was sick.
Oh yeah, Live and Learn, fantastic. I love it so much. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
That's so off key.
It is, yes.
Is that your favorite
tried.
Sonic game?
Yes, it is.
Adventure
I
2
mean,
is
yeah,
one of the
that's
best.
Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the best ones. Just straight up. This
It-
is how it be.
Yeah, it is.
Pele, your week was kind of implemented into Aaron's for the most part, I feel.
Mostly.
Am I wrong in saying that?
What else you been doing there,
Just a
Pele?
few more things. Continue on with Alien. I watched Alien Romulus with Zach and Brandon. That was a pretty good film. Besides that, played Astrobot because we actually didn't get to talk about that much right now.
That's sick.
Yeah, very very sick, very cool, and definitely would say like this definitely has Game of the Year material.
Bro, watching
It's
Ahmani
not
play
cute.
it, they did not have to put that much effort into like some of the physics and water stuff.
It's a work of
It's
love,
beautiful.
man. It's
the bubble,
amazing.
Amani, when you were swimming around and you would go into like the little bubbles, the way that the bubble would
Yeah.
move, I was like, that's crazy. They didn't need to go that hard for this. What the fuck?
And then
They
it pops
did.
you in and just leaves a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. Just lets you know
Yeah.
that you popped in. It's like,
Continue, Pele.
all right.
My bad.
Yep, but beyond that, that's it. I've been nothing to into nothing else, but just pretty much stress of work. But yeah, that was it.
And as far as we got, we won't worry about me. But I do have a thing I want to share with other people because we always got to look out for these things. So there is a nice little game on Kickstarter that I'm about to send into the chat for you guys to quickly look at. But basically, all you need to know about it is a Mega Man style game, but is also a dating sim.
Oh,
It's doing a little bit of both. It is.
Excuse me.
can I date Mega Man?
It's got it's actually like very similar to Mega Man. I want to say Zero in nature. Like it's like a little bit of both. If it'll pull up so I can share. I don't know why.
Is this going to be kind of like Arknights?
No, maybe. But this
Yeah,
one
I'm mainly-
this one is called Altered Alma, and it is a Metroidvania in nature. So it has the Mega Man aesthetic to it in some instances, very cyberpunk-esque with how you do things, but it's also a Metroidvania. They'll be going to worlds. One of the inspirations is straight up Mass Effect 2, with the way that they like it's in there as a thing. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the relationship aspect is important. You're a captain of a ship, you're moving around from place to place and then trying to, using different abilities, and apparently having these different relationships also change your abilities too. So maybe
So yeah, it feels like it's a little bit of Aethernights, honest to God.
Yeah,
Mainly on
so-
the factor of how the relationships affect your abilities and how it progresses your abilities, kind of.
These are
These are the
the
exact
exact
scenes.
inspirations because they have them all here. So let me hit you with these. And obviously, you're going to hear these and go like, this sounds kind of nice. So out of these inspirations, we have Hollow Knight, Mass Effect, Blasphemous, Prince of Persia Lost Crown, Strider 2014, I believe.
Yeah, the latest
The
version
newer
of
one,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blade Runner and The Fifth Element.
Wow.
That's what we're dealing with for
Wow.
this one.
Okay,
Oh,
just a comment I want to make because at the very end he makes a comparison to two very distinctly different sci-fi films. One is subtle, the other is bombastic as hell.
Yeah, which, I mean,
Bombastic.
considering the gameplay, yeah. It makes
Wait, why'd you
sense.
send it in
I just find those
Yeah, it
two
was being a little
words
weird, but I got it now.
being
It's
inspired
gone.
by something the same thing, subtle but bombastic.
There we go. Well, Altered Alma. We're gonna be checking that
Altered
one out whenever that one pulls up.
Let me check this
Forward
out.
to that.
Oh wow, I think it's funded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's you can still put money in though. There's still time, but
I see.
it's good.
I don't think they're gonna stop like taking donations though either. So
No, they're not.
What it is that they're funded, but there are still tiers that they can go and.
It's set in
the rest of-
Barcelona.
Holy shit.
I'm okay.
It's not-
okay.
Oh, it just went up. It just went up.
It's set.
Just went up again.
It's money. It's set in Barcelona. That's actually kind of sick because they're gonna have some really cool like backgrounds to like work with.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
But you can, like I said, you can still back this project. You
This
can-
trailer's loud as hell. I'm mad it started to put volume.
yeah, they
It
fine.
still has
That's
25
fire.
days left to go. So that's gonna be fun. And plenty of I'm gonna look to see. I think I saw it earlier. Yeah, plenty of stretch goals to get to. We're currently at where we're at. Well, okay, so we're at.
I see how it's zero like.
There's still more. We've
But
done
wait,
most
there's
of them.
more.
We funded almost the vast majority of them. Hard mode is we just got hard mode actually. So whatever the
Oh,
next
tell
one, it's
us
still
that.
locked. We don't know what it is. But we'll see. That's fun.
the bit art,
So go check that
dude.
one
The art looks so fucking.
They got 2 new backers while we were just watching this.
Wow.
Hey, good for them,
Crazy,
man. Good
right?
for them. Anytime I see an indie studio succeed, I get happy.
Also, just talking about we were talking about character designs earlier. This has some cool fucking
Yeah,
character
it
designs.
does.
Look, man.
Look at T Palm. Look at T Palm and tell me that that's not a cool fucking robot, bro. Just
Is that the main
if all
character's
you gotta do
name?
is just go
T-Palm?
into T Palm is just one of
Jack,
the characters.
Vera, Chisora, Red Rosie, Bailey, Harry. Oh hell yeah,
Chisora.
that man's stripped out, bro. Wait a minute, does he have dreads technically? Is that like a ponytail on the back of him?
He's got like a little ponytail. Yeah, he's got like a cord ponytail.
Holy shit, Zacharidium. What Zacharidium? Oh my god, he's shredded.
Yeah. Interesting designs. Cool as shit.
You want a fucking scaly? You got Chisora. Anyone that's into that?
Yeah, if you wanna skip,
Oh, Chisora. Fuck with Chisora.
taking place in Neo Barcelona, like you said. So yeah, go check it out. Go take a look-see.
T-Palm.
Neo Barcelona sounds like such a cool
Besides-
fucking name for a place.
It does. Besides that, what are we naming this one, fellas?
Devon said it earlier.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
Alright.
You know, lucky you have another suggestion for it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like fun, I guess. I mean, by
It was
all
a
means.
joke. I didn't mean for it to actually be the title.
Now we're talking about fucking MCU for like 45 minutes.
No, that's about MCU for like maybe like 15. It was 30 by the time we got there, but like it was like 15.
John's a bitch ass
The
motherfucker.
other 30 was definitely used for
Hey, if I was a bitch, I fuck with that title.
It's fine. It's okay. We go on rants. We do that. We just have a shorter time limit. So now it's just like, That's it.
Yeah.
Can we just call this like take 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes.
That's it. This is take 4.
Take 4.
That's the title. No, it's
That is
over.
absolutely.
I fuck with take 4.
That's it. All right. So that brings this episode to a close. As always, we love you all. Enjoy yourselves. We we do our thing as we usually do. So we're gonna do the rundown. Yo, if you got any questions for us, you can hit us up at paperplayaction.com, paperplayaction at gmail.com. That is paperplayaction@gmail.com. We can answer those on here and tell you things like that that you want to know. If you have any questions or want to get in contact with us about things like that. Now, if you want to follow us and what we're doing and things like that, well, obviously tomorrow, as we mentioned, or I should say Sunday, or at some point during the week, but usually Sunday, you'll be seeing some streams up of over on Twitch twitch.tv/paperplayaction, because that's where it is twitch.tv/paperplayaction. You can watch us there as we play Space Marines and probably some other stuff, because we've been trying to get a bunch of games off the ground to actually start playing, but like keep failing at that kind of thing. Like, I don't know.
We were
why
trying to get
Dokapon is so close.
Dokupon's so annoying, bro. We were trying to get the controllers to work. It's so fucking annoying.
I'm trying to
That was
figure
tough,
out what's
son.
going on with Parsec and stuff like that. We'll figure it
fix
out.
that.
If it doesn't, if I can't get it to work enough, I'm just gonna buy everyone a copy. I'm not kidding. I'm getting to that point.
How much is Dokapon anyways?
$50 flat average.
Yeah, a little too much.
$50?
It doesn't
Yeah.
go on sale very often.
Not
but
often,
they knew
no.
that the people that wanted it really wanted it, so they put it out again. So that's about it.
That's quite expensive.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm really hoping for this to work. So I'm gonna just buy everyone it, because
That's kind of crazy.
no one's gonna buy their own copy.
Hell no.
I might. It's not on my priority list. That's all.
That's way back there.
But as far as everything is considered, yeah, you can check us out there while we stream some fun games and stuff like that from time to time. Or watch things, because me and Devaugh have also been trying to get a nice little watch party going for certain things. Things have just been really weird. We're trying to get things going.
It's
on
spooky
Twitch side.
season. We gotta start watching spooky shit.
No, it's
Yeah.
spooky season yet.
It is. Bro,
Still
motherfucker,
September.
look it up. Ah!
Shit starts in October.
October. Once
Oh
it hits
my-
October.
brother, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's spooky time. Boo.
It's not spooky time yet, my guy. It's time for pumpkin spice, not scare times.
Exactly.
Pumpkin Spice is already
Exactly.
out of money, so
Time.
it's spooky season.
It's like pumpkin spice is here. It's just fall.
It's technically spooky time in Japan, so you know what? I'll take it.
Spooky season is in
Fair,
October.
fine. That being
Gaming
said,
season.
So it is official that spooky season begins September 1st.
Look, man,
no,
what I'm
hold on,
saying.
September.
I'll take it, because fucking Christmas has been encroaching on fucking like November for
On
years,
no-
bro.
November
I'll
for-
take
Yes,
it.
No.
I know.
As soon
doesn't mean I'm gonna
as
allow
the
it.
day goes from October 31st to November 1st, immediately
It's
the
clipped.
Christmas radio station plays.
Hear Mariah Carey
Immediately.
streaming in the background.
I hate it. I hate it.
look,
It's almost our time to
All right.
shine.
Anyways,
It's really
we
nice.
should probably end this.
Everything's
We should end
cool.
this episode.
yeah, we're about to end it. Look, here's the deal. The side thing is, if you want to follow us at other locations like the app formerly known as Twitter, or Threads, or any other place, you can follow us at paper_action. That's what we're like. Our Twitter handles, our X handles, whatever you want to call it, our thread handles, and our Instagram stuff it's under that nice little branch right there. And you can hit us up on Patreon or give us a nice little tip in the descriptions box below, because we have a little tip box there if you want to support us. But the number one thing to do is to spread the love, tell people about the show, let people know that we're doing this and that we're back, because we like to be back. And so that other people can enjoy it, because we're having more fun. We're doing little things here and there. We're trying to actually just be more of what Paper Play Action is. And the best way to do that is just know that people are listening. So, without further ado, we will bring this episode to a close. We are gone. Good night. Or whatever time it is for you guys. Peace.
Good day.
Live and learn.